Welcome, Stone Transport. First quarter Stonecast. Bobby Coy, as always.
Yep, Emily Clipper.
Just want to touch on a few things. First and foremost, we have started, our senior team met, and we have started to look at a few important things with our company. And when we sat and met, we wanted to go, hey, we needed to look at where we're at as a company, and we want to go, what's our mission? What's our vision? What's our values? And what's our beliefs? You take those four areas, and it really helps kind of drive who we are. Mm-hmm. How do we engage with each other? What are the rules that we should all live by? Mm-hmm. And then where we're going. So we sat down, and we just wanted to make sure we are 100% aligned with our missions, our vision, values, and beliefs. Mm-hmm. Thinking of our mission, nothing has really changed there. We've kept our same mission that we've wanted to keep since we've started looking at this, probably a handful of years ago. And that's to build a great company with great people that supports our customers' needs while driving forward and delivering success. We looked at our vision, and that's one area that we said we really need to change our vision. Obviously, this is kind of like forecasting. This is where we're going, right? This is where this is the roadmap to where we're going. So we looked at our vision and said we defined it as saying a leader in our industry, providing a competitive advantage to our customers and growth opportunities for our employees. That last part is the one that I absolutely loved, was the growth opportunities for our employees, whether it be, any of our drivers on the road, opportunities for advancement in different areas, different regions, maybe a different part of our company. Mm-hmm. To our mechanics, same thing goes. Just being able to provide those opportunities for our employees to grow. That's one area that we really wanted to hone in on when we started talking with our senior management team, and something that we truly believe in and really want to go to. Mm-hmm. Values is the next thing that's important. These are what's important to us on a day-to-day basis when we're out there conducting business and satisfying our customers' needs. How are we going to do it, right? How are we going to carry ourselves? So we came up with some about 6 items that we felt were very important as we work our day-to-day business and we perform our day-to-day functions. We came up with these. Our employees, their families, then business. That's one of our major values. Mm-hmm. Our employees, their families, and then the business. Mm-hmm. I think it's always important that no matter where you're at within within Stone Transport, that you realize there's a care for you, the employee. There's a care for your family. Yep. And then business, that can come next. I feel like as long as we're taking care of our employees and their families, we're going to have a great business. Mm-hmm. We're going to do well. The next thing, profit matters, right? We have to still remain profitable. Mm-hmm. We still have to do everything that we can to, satisfy our customers' needs, do what they need done, and do it efficiently, do it safely. Mm-hmm. But profit matters. That's why we're here, right? We're here to be a profitable business. Mm-hmm. The next thing is, it's kind of cliche, but if it's worth doing, it's worth doing right. Mm-hmm. It's always so important that, whether we're behind the wheel in one of our terminals, working on a truck or a trailer, yep. Any of our office staff, if you're going to put effort into it, do it right. If you're gonna, I know it's tough. I know some of our guys, when you're hauling that load of steel down, and then you got to clean out your trailers and haul a load of rocks so there's no contamination for one of our customers. Just do it right. That's the most important thing. If it's worth doing, it's worth doing right. I know it's tough work out there, and the most important thing is that if we're doing it, let's do it the right way. Mm-hmm. The next thing that we talked about was our word is our bond. Obviously, we fully believe in transparency. Myself, anybody within our company is is very transparent about who we are and what we do and how we operate every day. And I think it's very important that everybody knows that if we're saying something, we really mean it. There's nothing behind any of our words. We truly mean what we say. Mm-hmm. If we promise, we're going to make sure that promise comes to fruition. Mm-hmm. And the final one, which I like, being an old college football player, I remember my old coach saying this all the time, in a different voice than mine, but nonetheless, it held a lot of value to me, which was that chop wood, carry water mentality. We're blue collar, right? What we do is tough work. It's gritty work. Mm-hmm. And that mentality, I think it's tough work. It's hard work. Chop wood, carry water. It's tough. It's hard, but it's a great mentality to have. I feel it breeds success for us within Stone Transport with having that mental state that, hey, we're tough, we're gritty, and we get it done. Mm-hmm. So, those are those values there. And we're going to make sure that we're talking about these values on this Stonecast, obviously, and future Stonecast. I want people just to kind of have these items in the back of your head as you perform throughout the day. Mm-hmm. Beliefs. I feel beliefs are kind of like the rules of engagement per se. Mm-hmm. These are how we work with each other, work with our customers. And number one was safety. Safety always comes first. Mm-hmm. First and foremost, safety drives everything that we do. And so that's one kind of belief / rule out there. Yeah. Safety is always going to come first, no matter what. Customers, they drive opportunities for us. Okay. We have to take care of our customers, treat them with respect, go the extra mile, do the little extra for them, but they drive opportunities for us. Mm-hmm. You go back to what I said about our vision, opportunities for our employees. That's really driven by, by satisfying our customers' needs and being there for them and going the extra mile. Teamwork, we achieve more by working together. Mm-hmm. Our company is so dispersed. We're so dispersed all over the country, and the only way to all of us are pushing in the same direction and going in the same path is we're doing it together. We are working together as a team. Transparency, it starts with honesty. For us, in my opinion, to be transparent, you got to be fully honest. And you're going to find that with us is that we're always going to be very transparent. And that starts with just being upfront and honest. Whether, anybody makes a mistake or does something wrong, don't sugarcoat it. Just be honest. Mm-hmm. Right. So transparency is one of those beliefs. Principled, which is kind of going back to that, just do the right thing. We talked about the value, just mm-hmm. do the right thing. Always have them in the right mind. Everything that I do within my day-to-day business, I'm going to do my best to be principled and do the right thing. Innovation. Listen, I have the opportunity to talk with customers and be able to sit down with them and hear from them about what they think about Stone Transport. Mm-hmm. And one thing that always comes up is innovation. And the idea of innovation, ideas before results is what a lot of our customers think of Stone Transport. They think of wow, you guys come up with concepts that we never even thought about, or a mm-hmm. haul or a lane or doing it this way. And a lot of this stuff, a lot of that innovation isn't just, senior management team. I mean, we get it from great drivers come up with really great ideas on ways to improve certain lanes, equipment. We get it from our mechanics, our shops. And you just, one thing that's not just one person just sitting in a room going, wow, what a great idea. This one person just brainstormed. No, it's truly collective. I feel that no matter where you're at within within Stone Transport, there is great ideas that get brought up from all over the place. Mm-hmm. And it really shows when customers say that to us, right? It's one thing that they think about us. The final two, confidence in ourselves and our people. And the final one is coordinate through professional communication. You know, we do our best to, you know, with the Stonecast and some of the channels that we have, with how dispersed we are, we're nothing if we can't communicate with each other. So, you know, our ability to coordinate through professional communication kind of keeps this organization going, keeps Stone Transport going. So, we're going to keep talking about these over and over. I really want to make sure that everybody here fully understands, you know, our mission, our vision, our values, and our beliefs. It's super important because it gives us, hey, where are we at? Where are we going? What do we believe in? And then how do we operate? What are kind of our rough rules to operate day to day? So I'm going to continue to make sure that we put this information out to everybody and it becomes something that hopefully you can reflect on and kind of helps you define, you know, your day-to-day day-to-day what you'll be doing. And in addition to that, where we're going and how we're going to do it. To go along with that, just a few things. We're now through the first quarter. We're looking at this year as a whole and spend a lot of time to try to kind of go, all right, let's develop what the plan is for this year and just a few high level things that are going on this year. One thing that I'm really happy to say is based on what we have committed and some really nice projects coming online, year over year growth, we're hopefully going to be up almost 19%. Year over year growth, 19% growth. A lot of things have to happen. There's a lot of, you know, yeses and commitments that have to happen, but I think we're there with a lot of them, and we're hopefully going to see that year over year growth of a 19%, almost 19% in top line revenue growth. So that is no small feat to do that. That goes back to, you know, a lot of those beliefs and, you know, safety, your customers, your transparency, being principled, innovation, confidence, and coordinate. Like those beliefs will help get us to that 19% growth year over year in our revenue. So let's just keep that in the back of our minds. That's kind of hopefully what we're gonna try to hit this year. Going to our quarter one performance, I always, again, going back to transparency. Sorry, I'm throwing all these niche words in here that we just talked about, but year over our Q1 performance has been very solid, especially if we look at year over year. So comparing the first quarter of 2024 to the first quarter of 2025, we're seeing a 11% year over year growth in the first quarter, which is pretty amazing. The first quarter is always the challenging one. It's always very tough. A lot of things are on pause, weather events, holidays, different things going on, right? So year over year growth, an 11%. Great job. Great job to everybody for contributing and being a part of that. In addition to that, we're going to come out of the first quarter profitable. And that's a challenge in and of itself. Historically, if you can come out of the first quarter just like breaking even and you're like, hey, we didn't lose any money, but this year we're going to come out of the first quarter profitable. You know, we're going to come out of the quarter profitable, which is huge, right? And again, that goes back. That's not a one person feat. That's a collective team. That's a collective effort in order to make that happen. Absolutely. So, good start to the year. We're going to continue to keep climbing, but as far as the first quarter goes, we're off to the right start, and we're propelling, and we're projected to have even bigger months, bigger quarters coming up. And I'm excited to share next quarter where we're going to land. One thing that where I kind of want to wrap up my section here is and Emily's going to kind of go into a little bit further, and you guys will help her out with our employee surveys, and she's going to touch on that here in a minute. But just through listening to feedback, we have decided that, while the safety incentive program as it is right now is good, but just getting really good feedback from some of our drivers, we said, okay, great. We listen. Let's figure out how to come up with something that's better and more inclusive for everybody. Yep. So, just listening to our drivers and taking that information and going back to the drawing board, we're going to change it. So for the next quarter, we're going to go back to having, for all those that qualify. So when I mean qualify, no violations, no accidents, no performance write-ups, tickets, anything like that. That's how you qualify. If you go perfect on all those areas, that's how you qualify. You get $300 at the end of that quarter. Yep. So I'm happy that we're doing that. It rewards all those and doesn't leave it to chance anymore. And I agree with a lot of the feedback we got from some of our drivers. Like, hey, I did an awesome job this quarter. I did everything I could to be perfect and live up to the standards that we want you to be. And I didn't really get rewarded much for that, and I couldn't agree more. It couldn't agree more, and I'm glad that we had the feedback that we got from a lot of our drivers about that. So, $300 at the end of each quarter. If you meet the criteria, you get it. We're going to keep the drawing though. I think that's still, I want to keep the drawing just to kind of give a little bit extra, right? A little bit extra for I guess the lucky ones. Right. It is just a drawing. So we'll still do the drawing. So all those that qualified, you'll get thrown into the hat, lottery. Basically the lottery. We'll pull out, and first prize $2,000. ACH right over to the bank account. Yep. The second winner or the runner up, I guess, $500. And then the third runner up would be a credit to the Stone store. Yep. So you can go grab yourself some swag, shirt, hat, whatever there is. So again, going back to that, hey, you do your thing, you do a great job, you're safe out there, no performance issues, $300. In addition to that, an opportunity to maybe be the lucky one of the three that gets something else in addition to that. Absolutely. So, excited to hear, appreciate the feedback on that. We reacted and did our best to quickly change the program as quickly as we can to hopefully, satisfy the needs of the many, not just the few. Absolutely. So, want to touch, so Emily's going to touch on another kind of item that's changing here coming up. Yep, absolutely. With the Blitz. So the DOT Blitz is coming up here in May. I believe it's the week of the 13th. And with that, what we're going to be doing is increasing our clean inspection bonus for that week. So right now, the clean inspection is set at $150. We're actually going to be increasing that to a $250 bonus. So the same process would go, call our safety department, turn in your clean inspection, and they will get that sent over to payroll. But during that Blitz week, to increase, making sure, again, as always, doing a thorough pre-trip, but giving you guys a higher reward during that week of the Blitz. So we're very excited about that. And just some other updates with the teams and Stone Transport. We have some new faces to our operations. So we have added some driver managers to our team, that being Paul Scott, Kyle Simon, and starting on I believe it is the 14th, it will be Alan Williams down in our Decatur shop. So Paul and Kyle will both be sitting out of the Saginaw terminal, and then Alan will be out of our Decatur terminal. So a lot of new faces to the team, to operations, and we're kind of excited to share out more information as they get started and they start to meet some of their drivers, and really get into the groove of everything. So those are a few items that are new.
As well as, I just wanted to reiterate that we will still be doing our employee satisfaction surveys. So biannually, we're going to try and do it around June or July. And then at the end of the year, maybe November, December, we will be doing the employee satisfaction surveys. And we really want your feedback. This is for any employee, but we want to take that into account, especially during any time we are able to meet across our operations. We take that feedback into account and try to find solutions to whatever it may be that there seems to be questions on or issues with. So feel free to participate in those. We will also be doing a $100 gift card drawing for anyone that participates. You'll be automatically entered into that drawing. So please participate. We want your feedback. It's very helpful for us to grow as a company. Without your questions, comments, concerns, we can't improve and we can't get better. So we value that feedback.
Yeah, it's all confidential. So it's all confidential. So you don't have to worry about that.
Yep.
Just be upfront, be honest. It really helps us drive change.
Absolutely.
It really helps us drive change. So please, when Emily sends it out, get to it. We can't really, improve anything if we don't know. You can't really improve the problem if you don't know there's a problem.
Right.
So please participate and hopefully we'll be receptive and hopefully make some really great changes for everybody.
Absolutely. Another thing that we're excited to share out is May is Military Appreciation Month. And with that being said, Stone is going to be donating to a local charity here in Midland, Michigan. It's called Aaron's Gifts from Homes. And what they do is they send out care packages to current deployed military personnel. So as a way to kind of give back to our communities, we will be donating to that charity. And with that being said, we want to hear from you guys across, the states that we operate in. What are some charities that you are involved in or that you know about? Let us know so that we can become involved in the areas that we support, not just here in Saginaw, our Michigan areas, but Ohio and Alabama and Texas. We want to know, we want to hear from you what's important to the area that you're in.
Best way to do that would be shoot you an email.
Shoot me an email, give me a call, DM us on any of our social media platforms.
Yeah.
And we'll be sharing out more of that on our social medias here in the upcoming weeks and months. But let us know your feedback. And we'd be happy to kind of take that into account.
Great.
And then the next couple things I want to go over are just some more employee announcements. So as always, we have our quarterly Stone Spotlight. And for Q1, we are going to kind of announce our recipients for Stone Spotlight. So for our driver of the quarter for Q1, we have selected Dustin Dingler. Dustin is someone who always has a positive attitude, goes above and beyond. Not only is he polite, professional, but he's willing to do what it takes to get the job done. So we appreciate all of your hard work and dedication to our team. So congratulations to Dustin for being our Stone Spotlight for our drivers. Next up, we will announce our mechanic of the quarter, and that's going to go to Austin Tolles out of our Delta shop. Again, Austin is always someone who is there to help us out, no matter how hard the task may be. His dedication does not go unnoticed. So again, thank you, Austin, for your hard work and dedication to our team, our shops, our drivers out there. We really appreciate it. And then finally, our Stone Spotlight for our support staff is going to go to Jeff Rebecki. Jeff is one of those managers that really listens and leans on his employees and his team members. Not only is he dedicated to getting the work done, but he does so always in a respectful and professional manner with his drivers or anyone that really needs the support. So again, thank you, Jeff, and thank you to all of our Stone Spotlights who have made our Q1 positive and great results.
Did we get good? And we got pretty good responses. We getting
Getting good responses
more.
from our team. Again, We always look for our employees to participate in nominating those that are around them, drivers that they see, mechanics they talk to in the shop, driver managers that they talk to in the offices. And each quarter we'll send out an email or a link to a form to fill out for your nominations. You can see that in your email, or you can see it on your tablets for drivers who are listening. We send out messages through the ASR app, so feel free to look at those links, use the links, and nominate someone that you see on a daily basis. Yep. And then lastly, what we would like to announce is our safety incentive winners from Q1. So Bobby mentioned the update to the safety incentive program. That's going to be starting Q2. So these are going to be the winners who won for our Q1 safety incentive program. So again, we've got our 10 $1,000 winners, and that's going to go to Daryl Jenkins, Richard Kemper, Eddie Gonzalez, Eric Landis, Richard Whitson. We've got Mark Fields, Michael Mosley, Jason Hamilton, Rich Cooper, and Larnell Jett. So congratulations, you guys. You will be receiving your $1,000 here in your next payroll.
Congrats all.
Absolutely. And then we do have one $5,000 winner, and that is going to go to Caleb Ramage. So congratulations, Caleb. Again, and to all of our drivers who have had a great quarter safety-wise. Your performance matters for being out there on the road.
Yeah, definitely. So again, we're changing that. This is the kind of last quarter of the 1,000 and the 5,000. Yep. Next quarter, much more inclusive for all, but still have the drawing. So with that all, we appreciate the time. Until next quarter, be safe. Have a good one.